All right, welcome. My name is JB Messenger, an artist from Uganda, but currently I'm in abroad working. To invite you guys on YouTube, a live streaming, as we are going to discuss about African issues. Wherever you are, welcome your friend, welcome your neighbor, and then we shall continue with our topic for today. Yes, I see someone here trying to join. You have joined us, good. Then let me welcome you, and then you say something. Hello, boss.
Yes, boss.
Yes, how are you, sir?
I'm okay, sir. Hi.
Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm happy to see you.
I'm also happy, boss.
Where are you streaming from?
Right now I'm in Mogadishu.
Okay, sir.
Yep.
How's the situation in Mogadishu?
The situation is not okay.
Yes, sir.
The situation is fair.
Oh, that's good. Do you know the topic we are talking about today?
Yeah.
Okay, sir. So can you introduce yourself to the public, and then you say something according to our schedule for today?
Right, sir. Mm, I'm Rayton Soldier.
Okay.
I'm Rayton Soldier UG. I'm Ugandan.
Yes, go on. We are listening.
Our this topic.
Hmm.
Are you getting me?
I get you well. I get you well. Yes, we are waiting for you. Take your time. No worry. Okay, as we are also listening to Lighton Soja from Uganda, you guys keep on adding other members so that we can enjoy our live streaming, YouTube, and then share to your neighbor, like it as you can. Brighton, are you still there? Lighton Soja. Lighton Soja, are you still there? Maybe it is a network issues, but also still on the live streaming. Welcome your friend, welcome your neighbor, as we are going to enjoy our chat today. As I told you, I'm JB Messenger, an artist from Uganda. I'm so blessed to be here, and I'm so blessed you guys to welcome you. I'm the host for today. I've shared the link here. If you have not yet received the link, let me also share the link once again so that you can click on the link and join our chat room. Chat room is open. The link is down. You click on the link and then you join our chat room. Thank you so much for watching wherever you are. I welcome you once again, as we are going also to talk about few words, few things concerning Africa, especially when we talk about Africa, we talk about you. When we talk about Africa, we talk about me, because I'm born in Africa, I'm a citizen of Africa, and I prefer that I'll be in Africa until Jesus will come back. Maybe I may be travel to go some places due to the work, but I believe that wherever I have been going, I've tasted Africa is good. There is nowhere you see a good land like Africa. We have a green land. We have everything that blessed from God. So as we are online streaming today, we have some few points to talk about. We shall be talking about African unity. Then we shall be talking about Corona. I think I need to share some discussion for today. Discussion for today. Discussion. Discussion for today. Yes. About African unit. And let me post for you so that you can get it. African unit. Second to be Corona. Talk about Corona. African unit. Corona. Or COVID-19. And then we shall be talking about Madagascar of drug. Madagascar. Then we shall be talking about Madagascar drug. Hello to you. You're most welcome. All right, as you join a live stream, click on chat, and then you join our chat for today. As we are going to talk about 3 points: Madagascar drug, Corona, and then unit as Africans. That is our theme for today. Then also the main theme is, where are you and what have you learned in this COVID-19? That's the theme for today. And then we'll continue. Okay, I see you online. You can click here on invite, and then I'll be inviting you. I see you. I see you. Yes, please. Mim Kate. Yeah, invited. Just click on invite, then I'll be inviting you. I see somebody here online. Click on chat, and then I'll be inviting you, and you say something, because I just see you are saying hi. Hi to you, wherever you are. Okay, as we continue African speaking about unity, this is the only way how to build our nation. Because if we don't talk about unity, there is nowhere we are going. And now, the word I'm talking about, unity, it has been there for a long time. People have been talking about unity, human rights, African Union, even UN. They have been talking about unity. But right now, I think as we citizens of Africa, we need to take unity in action. And one way of acting in unity is to help each other. How are you going to help each other? Just to understand that if you are a citizen of Africa, you are entitled to assist your own brother. It doesn't matter whether he's a white or black. As long as you are a citizen of Africa, you are entitled to work together with your fellow brothers. Those are the ways how we can keep unity in our life. Because you may find someone is from Kenya and you are from maybe Ghana. When you get misunderstanding with such person, the words that will be coming out of you, you'll be saying is from Ghana, is a foreigner. You get my point. If you are from, for example, like me, I was working in Sudan, but when I used to be in Sudan there, those guys, they used to call us harami. Harami means we are thief. You see, but forgetting that they are also Africans. So those are things that we need to start build as we African, as we people of Africa. When we build that unit of understanding that we are all an African continent, that is how we can start practicing unity. That is my point for today. So if you are online and then you want to say something, you can click on chat, and then I'll be inviting you and we'll discuss. I'm from Uganda. But meanwhile, I'm in abroad. As you know, people will move in different places. But I try to teach about the gospel of unity. Because when we talk about unity, we need to take it in action. Because when we don't act, that means the unity we are talking about, it's like you're speaking about spiritual things, and then you can not do something physical. When we talk about spiritual things, and then you don't put it in action, then it means there is nothing you have said. That's why I want to welcome you, my friends, my viewers, wherever you are. I know I have more viewers from different places, but as long as you are listening me, this is the message that I need to share with you. Because the moment I share with you this message, you will understand. You will understand, you will realize that Africans, we need to work together. Yes, Julius, I see you online. You're welcome. Your camera is off. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, Judith.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to work it now.
Your camera is off, but if you can talk, there's no problem.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I get you well. Yes, your camera is off, but there's no problem if that is what you prefer.
Okay, well, yes, about unity. I'm in the United States, and
Mm,
what I know and what I've been learning and I've been practicing myself is that image is everything. And see, they
mm,
have painted a bad image of us through
mm, mm,
propaganda on the television and things like that. So when we
mm,
walk out the door from now on, we have to have an image of Africa. We are
mm,
beautiful people. We have beautiful
mm,
clothing. Our culture is beautiful. And
mm,
America, London, and other parts of the world doesn't get to see the water
mm,
streams, the beaches, and the beautiful
mm,
landscapes of Africa. I think what
mm,
Wannamaya does is great because it shows the true image of African people. And that unity, African people like bling. They like to be sparkled. They like sparkles. They like things that shine. So that's why I believe we don't have the diaspora is so out here looking for some shiny something. So
mm.
they don't know all the shiny things come from Africa. But as I
Mm.
say again, image is everything.
It is true.
So that's my comment that our image has been destroyed, and they're doing that even to this very day. They pay people to make bad movies about us, gangsters, and we're bad people. That image of us runs us from our own self.
Mm. I think, let me ask you, I'm sorry to ask you, are you safe where you are right now?
Yes, I'm safe. Is that
When
what?
I talk about safe, I think I talk about COVID-19.
Yes, I'm safe regarding COVID-19. Um, Oh, that's what this program is about. Yes, I'm safe regarding COVID-19. Um,
Mm,
there's a lot of people, Buhari, Dr.
mm,
Buhari, there's a lot of people you need to listen to. I think we've only got pieces and pieces of this information about COVID.
mm,
Yes, it can hurt you, but why is it not so effective in the African countries? Is because of our
mm.
immune systems, the foods we eat. They took those
Okay.
foods away from us, even in America. You the foods that the things that help us get healthy cost more. Or they found out we've been using something like example Malox to help our digestion, which most
Mm,
problems are caused, through the mouth and stomach and stuff. Well, if you do that, then you weaken the immune system. So then you can come about and have a COVID, and elder people can die, and the percentage is
all right.
still the same.
Uh, okay, you are from America, but where are you from? I mean, when you are in Africa.
I'm not in Africa yet. COVID has stopped me also. I'm trying to move to Africa. I'm in the process. They won't let me get a passport. They stopped passport.
All right.
Uh,
I mean, your country. Your country. Are
I'm in
you Black
America.
American or?
I'm a black
Hey,
American.
you're Black American. All right. We are happy to see you. We are happy to receive you. Maybe you can send greetings to everyone there and then remind them to take care.
Thank you.
So, is there anything you wish to speak to Africans? Anything you feel to advise
Yes,
them,
I love what you
especially
guys
those
are.
who are in Africa right now and those African in diaspora?
Yes, I love what you guys are doing right now. Conversation. That's what we need. We don't know each other. We have to get to know each other. I love that all of you guys are now talking to each other. See, they told us one thing, but now we got to learn. And so I think that all Africans should communicate more, and there should be that. I think we need to get a computer guy to make a translator that translates all African language so that we can understand each other.
Hmm.
Our language barrier would be a big help if we could understand each other.
You have done about unit, then what? All right, you have done about. Mm,
I'm sorry.
all right, you have done talking about unit. Then what can you say about Madagascar drug that Africa is using? What can you tell us about that drug?
I'm sorry we're going in and out. I hope you can hear me. I think that drug is very good. As a matter of fact, I'm a retired registered nurse, and all my life, most of my life, whenever I got sick, I took vitamin C, and I studied IV vitamin C, and that drink contains a lot of vitamin C, and it kept me well. I'm very healthy, not a broken bone in my body, and I believe in vitamin C. So I think the Madagascar drug is very good. I don't know what else it contains, though. I hope you heard me. I don't know. I think I lost.
Yeah, all right. It's network and convenience. But also, I wanted to tell you that it's time to understand that Africans, we can stand individual. Okay, Mr. Peter, welcome. Yes,
Thank you.
yes, Mr.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, sir, you're welcome.
Hello.
You're welcome, sir.
Hello.
Yes, I get you.
Are
You're
you
welcome.
getting?
I
Okay.
get you, sir.
Yes. Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing
How are
well, sir.
you? Yeah, I am trying to want to follow on the discussions so that I
Yes, sir.
can give in my personal submissions.
Yes, please.
Okay. So I'm now on. I confirm that. So let me listen to how the discussions are going on. Then I can make a submission.
Okay, we are talking about African unit, and
Okay.
then we are talking about COVID-19. What have you learned from COVID-19? And then
Yes, please.
we are talking about Madagascar drug. Because if Madagascar is in Africa and a they have got a medication, that is another way of putting Africa to another step.
They have got that is
So that is our discussion.
yes. I'm listening.
Okay, now you can give us a view.
Hello.
Yes, I get you.
Okay. In summary, before I may get out. One,
Mm,
we realize that
mm,
certainly the look of the West into Africa is double pronged.
mm,
There wouldn't be anything arising from Africa that would be taken on in as owned by Africa, however
mm,
good it is. Yet at the same time, in this coronavirus pandemic that has hit the entire world, you not find
yes,
that
sir.
every nation, every continent is trying to
Mm,
have its way of addressing it. So in this case, well, though still research is still going on to confirm to stand out, be able to be innovative, and the scientists here based in our country that have actually much developed the other side to actually showcase. So it's something worthwhile to have a look, but give more insight, to give proof and data to show that we are able to do it. Okay? Hello? 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 Uh, I'm not getting you in case, but I've given that submission as I wait to listen for other discussions. I think it has gone off or otherwise. Or maybe that. Because I assume I would still be on, but anyway, but at least, but I wanted to hear the comments that others are making
Eh, yes, Mr. Peter. Hello, Mr. Peter.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, but I'm getting you, but looks like the network and then
I
what?
was trying to get a good network. I've got a good net. It is now okay.
An interruption.
You can go on.
Are you getting me now? No.
I get you well. I get you well. Go on.
You are getting... I'm on, okay? So that was part of my submission, as I just want to digest what the others have seen. But in any case, the independence that we are looking forward to, it's a time to showcase, since we have had a global challenge, which now puts us into the face as Africa. You'll realize that even in the Bible, the origin of civilization, the first people who began whatever medicine, when we're talking about the inventions, the vaccinations, treatment of, say, malaria, the source is Africa. So there wouldn't be any fear, but the fact is, certainly that Africa is taking the lead. But it
So
would
what
be
is the
something
big
that
problem? What is the big problem? Why we don't unite to do such things?
Now, that is where there is a question. You remember recently when the president was talking in one of his addresses to the nation, President Museveni, he picked up a paper where he showed the president. By then it was Nyerere, Julius. Then there was this other one from Congo. And then he brought in the others. Looking at Africa, I mean East Africa first, as the beginning point, where he put Uganda as the sitting room, and then put the other countries as rooms within the sitting room. Now, the big trouble is outside ourselves, but look at it on individual basis, and that is what is killing our unity. That there is a lot of centralism, not the nation, not yes.
Everything they do in Central.
The problem, like you're even seeing right now in the COVID part, in the fight against COVID, you're seeing how Kenya, okay, let's begin with Uganda. President Museveni is saying, no, let's get into this lockdown and see how we fight the enemy, explaining it with a military perspective, where he puts it that, wait. Let's keep quiet, listen and hear where the enemy is coming from. But the neighbors are opening it up and allowing the noise. But currently, you'll even realize that because of the curfew, the thefts have reduced, those other funny movements. Now, if it was looked at on a national perspective, where you're looking at Kenya also saying, no, let's have this. Sudan also is looking at it so. Tanzania also taking it in that direction. Then you'd see the unity we're talking of. Then we can now own something. Actually, somebody even was giving a thinking that, if we had to divide Africa per se as a unit, you would see that you have North Africa, you have East Africa, you have West Africa, Central Africa, and South Africa. So that then you are looking at this unit now, looking at Africa as one, which now would be looking at, let me take the Kenyan perspective, that you have county 1, county 2, county 3, but constituting one what? Country. So that when the discussions are happening and there is a problem in one direction, we are able to take resources and attack that area, sort out that area, even in terms of development. You say that now, even Africa is being underdeveloped. Why can't we focus our resources, open it out, such that we are able to see how we get these resources, have the place developed? And
then another thing, what I've realized, that even if we unite, we can even fight any enemy trying to face Africa.
Yeah.
I get your point.
which, like south, west, central. Now, if there is an attack, say, from the south, the other units are able to unite, not allowing an entry, putting resources together, contributing. You can even just see on the local perspective. We have had this corona pandemic. When the president said, contribute, you see how we have been able to contribute within.
Imagine, millions of dollars.
Before asking for external what? Support. So that would be the kind of thing we would be looking at. So the energies that are being wasted in us, fighting amidst ourselves.
Now there is a challenge. There is a challenge I see.
And generate.
Yes, indeed. There is a challenge I see. Like a few days ago or a few months ago, we had misunderstanding with Uganda and Rwanda. Now tell me, if the COVID-19 has come and it is now trying to teach us that we need to be unit, you get my point. But remember, we have Rwandese in Uganda.
Yes.
We have Ugandan in Rwanda. Now, you are starting misunderstanding on borders.
Yes.
What are you expecting? Do you know that if you kill one Rwandese in Uganda, then one Ugandan in Rwanda, he will be killed? You get me my point, Mr. Peter?
Yes, please.
Yeah, you get my point.
Let's begin like this.
I think you get my point. So
I've got you. What I wanted to bring out is, yes, we had wind off the talk about the problem between, Uganda and Rwanda. And the two presidents held a number of talks to say, but what is exactly happening, which they did. But amidst it, we got this COVID attack. And it has silenced everybody. Now, when you look at it, even the international countries thinking of war have been brought to their knees. And it is a lesson we take that, wait, we need each other. That's the beginning point. And from this COVID thing, you now see that we have been leveled, equalized in our country. Whether you're a minister or who, flying out is now not an issue. You can even see that our health sector and then other areas are taking a clear direction. So from this COVID bit, this is where we see the need for the unity, whether it is social interaction, whether it is economic, political, and the unity should be there. I think I first rest my case there. I allow room for others also to share.
Thank you so much, Mr. Peter. And where are you from right now?
Well, I'm in Kampala.
Okay, thank you so much for your discussion. We shall be here every day or anytime, and then we discuss issues that helping African to unite. Thank you so much. Now, as you are going offline, I want you to give me 2 minutes.
Sure.
I want you to comment about Madagascar medication, because now Madagascar is Africa. They have got medication. Other presidents, they are just silent. They would have come and then pump these issues, at least to show other nations that Africa, we can do something. So what is your point in just 2 minutes?
I think I'll say to Madagascar, we say, okay, that is progress brought out. But there are two things we have to keep at the back of the mind. The COVID pandemic is a global problem. And like it has been in all the various social media, everybody is coming up with, I have come with a solution and whatever. I think the relative African leaders are first trying to look at it and see. You know, they usually say, and the word I will tell you is, in some of these situations, you hurry slowly, so that you see exactly what works before you can pronounce yourself. That's my comment. And that's why
thank you, sir.
Seeing like the President Obe has first initiated the process. And if it works in Tanzania, then you'll see how other presidents and leaders in Africa will come into the support. Thank you.
But already Guinea, they have received it.
And I'm saying they are hurrying slowly. Not something you just wake up and say, when HIV came, You heard when people are saying, drink, this is soil, is it do this, you know, people who are taking it in a
others witchcrafty.
Exactly. So it wasn't something you could jump up straight and say, but you remember President Museveni still said, wait, you people, can we understand the problem? And we need now to take the lead. And when you stood up, that's when we are now able to get the directions. Remember, let me give you a simple history. During that time of Obote, there was a time when they were saying something moving in the night, and people had to be. It was a curfew. You get it? But that was point. To unfold something. Exactly. So in this situation, there is first hurrying slowly to study the situation. Just like you see the president looking at the process of unlocking the what? The lockdown. It's not something you wake up and say, you wake up, something like that. So it is hurrying what? Slowly in order to manage the process. That's my comment. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. Take care and keep distance.
And you too, take care and keep distance. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Peter, for watching from Uganda, Kampala. We appreciate for your time you have spent to speak to us. As I'm inviting others members, I want also to have some point from Mr. Peter. One of his points, he was talking about unity. And his point, especially, he was talking about African to unite, because if Africans we can unite, then we can fight other enemies. Those are the few points that I've got from Mr. Peter. And I appreciate you so much for joining me on live stream YouTube. Sister Casey, she's saying there are men in Africa who don't have a job to feed his family, give him uninformed and enough money to feed his family. There is your military, so we can keep the dogs back and build our own structure. So that is also our point. So as we keep on talking about unity in Africans, those are the first principles that we need to do. You know, one thing I've realized, that unity will not just come. Unity will not just happen. We need to have some steps to use so that we can join unity. And then Africa, we shall remain powerful. We shall remain powerful. We shall remain powerful to build our Africa. As I continue also, I was also talking about the drug from Madagascar. Already again, they have got, and then I've got information also Tanzania. They are purchasing it very soon. It will be in Tanzania. But also, this time I'm expecting Africans to come out, at least to have a say on this drug. Because the moment we realize that this drug is working, then Africans, we have gone higher step. Let me tell you, do you know what it means? American, they have tried to get, they are silent. You get my point? UK. Now, it is we Africans, we have herbal medication. And right now, we have got a medication for COVID-19. But our fellow citizenship, our fellow presidents, they are just silent. They would have come out at least to say something about this medication. Because I know this medication, it was taken in US in their laboratory to check whether this medication is good or not. But I think in few days or in coming month, they will prove that this medication is not good, because they will not accept to be left behind. I tell you, for example, I give you example, there was a battle of G5. Now, US, they wanted to be the first people to announce to premier G5. And then China also, they wanted to be the first. Now you see, there is a battle between them. And now for us, we are not on that level. We are still on under level, according to our action, according to our deeds. But the moment, I think, Mr. Peter, you are still online. You can click on left. Then other members, they will be entering. Yeah, you watch on back. Yes.
I click on leave.
Yeah. Yes. No, you can keep on watching, but on back, watching on back. Because I see you still watching. You can still watching on back. So, all right, those are my points that I'm trying to share with you guys, so that we can realize, so that we can understand that Africans, the moment we are understanding that unity is wherever we go, unity is everywhere. When you go in Kenya, they will take you as an African. They will not even segregate. I know it's not easy to speak one language, because now people are educated, people are going abroad to look for wisdom, and they live even wisdom here, which is not bad. But what we need to do is to find our health cares, to find our educations, to find what is missing there. For example, as we talk about COVID-19, it has done a lot of work to teach us that we need to understand to be individual, not to depend on others. Let me tell you, right now, if there is a facility of medication, right now, it is very hard now even to get such medication. HIV, right now, those people who have HIV and those who have HIV, they are saying medication is now low. But you cannot blame them, because now the borders are closed. Donors, they are also fighting for their life. So those are the issues. Those are the issues right now. We should understand that we Africans, actually, I believe if we can unite, we can even get medication for HIV. If Madagascar, they have got a medication for COVID-19, then it means if we take our research, we have people who are educated enough, but they cannot use their wisdom to help Africans. Reason being, our payments for Africa is low. Somebody spend a lot of money to go studying, and then he will be coming paying $200. He has family. He has spent 5 years spend 5 years studying medication, and then when he done with the education, looking for job, he will be paid low. So now tell me, that's why right now, I tell you may find even half of Africans, they are abroad. Half of Africans, they are abroad, especially those who are educated. Not being that they cannot work in Africa, but because of lack of pay. Those are the things that we are lacking in Africa. We need to revise. We need to revise such things. If you can go and work in UAE and you'll be paid like a maid, maybe $200. Tell me, can you also do it in our place in Africa? Because we have resources, we have everything. And now if we combine together, if we unite together as Africans, our problem is that we are moving. Our main problem is that we are working individual. Continent. You see, now when you are saying you're from Uganda, you are Ugandan. So whatever you care about is for Uganda. You don't care about Kenya. You don't care about Nigeria. You don't care about South Africa. You don't care about other places. This is the next step we need to learn in this COVID-19, that this time we should unite as Africans, because I want to thank God that at least there is a test. The test has come to show us that Africans, we need to start practicing individualism as we African, not as you Kenyan, not as you Ugandan, not as you Rwandan. You get my point. So those are the issues that we need also to talk about. And then we shall build our content. Then we shall build Africa. When we start to understand that if I meet my brother in the US is from Nigeria, I will call him my brother and I will be happy. But mind you, you find your fellow friend is from Nigeria. Maybe you're working in the same company, but he's the one backbiting you. You get me, to your boss, so that you can be terminated, and then he will bring his own brother. Remember that everyone has his own chance. You get my point. But if you meet somebody from different country, and then you're working in the same place, you don't need to backbiting him. You don't need to talk segregating him. You don't need to discriminate him, so that you can get another person from your family. So those are the problems that we are facing in Africa. Another challenge I've got that Africans, we are lacking to understand that we are human beings. That's what I think. Because, let me give you an example. I'll just give you an example of harming. If a soldier from US lose his life, news will be everywhere. You get my point? And even we shall see that news. A soldier from different place, soldier from Africa, he pass away. They will just talk with him, and then the news will stop from there. But this is not what's supposed to be. You get my point? It's supposed to be that if the problem is facing Africa, it is our problem. The problem facing in South Sudan, it is our problem. The problem facing in Nigeria, Guinea, Madagascar, it is our problem. That is how we can build our continent of Africa. Let me give you a chance also. Anyone online, you can, I see Madam Keita, you can click on invite, and then you have something to say. Mr. Peter, you are still online?
I'm listening.
Oh, Mr. Peter. You're listening, you're online?
Yes, I'm listening.
For others, if you have something you think, you can also say something as we're waiting for others.
Well, I've been listening to how you are bringing it out. Hello?
Yeah, I get your point.
I've been listening to how you've been. However, there are some key issues that we need to have at the back of the mind when we are looking at that kind of unity. One is that, to what extent are we looking at developing home? Let me put it in the local perspective. As an individual, you've gotten educated. You get me?
Yes, sir.
You come from this village, say Kasenene, in some rural place. You are in Kampala. You've gotten educated. And now you've gotten a job. Simple though as it is, you are in Kampala. If you do not take any attempts to try to develop your own area, that village, somebody is not going to do it for you. And if you are going to wait for others to come and do it for you, then it will become what? A problem. The point I'm trying to bring out here to build out is that, you know, if we cannot first appreciate that it is we Africans to build our own Africa and think that it is other people to build us, then that is a problem. Let me give you an example. Are you listening to me? Throughout our life, there was a point where they were saying we shall not wait for Karamoja to develop. Are you getting?
Yes, Mr. Peter.
We shall not wait for Karamoja to develop, isn't it? And everybody will be saying, take Karamoja, take everything to Karamoja. But here comes a time when government begins saying, but Karamoja, up to when shall we wait to develop? And then now the focus gets on to say, no, let's have the development take place within Karamoja. Hasn't it changed? Has it remained the same? Now, if you have to talk a story about Karamoja compared to some 10, 20 years ago, you'd be seeing that Karamoja is a very different place. So, in as long as we do not have the thinking of our own, so that we own ourselves, own our color, own our culture, own our Africa, then it is a problem. Because the Europeans will always come and say the word color. After all, like you explained, that when an American dies, everybody knows American as what has died. But in as long as we begin appreciating that an African black is power, the beauty, you can see like ladies, including men, you find people want to improve themselves, even removing the blacker color, you know, turning hair, the other is it brown or what, look like a Muzungu. In as long as we move out of that social bias, then it is a problem. So those are the things we need to build such that when we know that we own, it's like they say, when you find two brothers fighting, don't join in that fight. You leave them to fight. They will sort out themselves. But we have opened it to want to see that the outsider will be the ones to come and solve our problem. Me, that is what I can share still.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Okay.
Also, that is a big. Okay. That is also my main discussion for today. The individual, this spirit of being individual, that's a big problem to us.
By the way, let me give you an example.
I get you.
Let me give you an example. Let me again put it that you come from this village. Let's assume, say, you come from Isingiro, for example, and you are here in Kampala. You have your smaller church in Isingiro. Are you getting me? You have your smaller church in Isingiro. Where when you go in the village, you are seated on a piece of wood, seated in, say, Christ King or All Saints Church, where the benches and clean and whatever. Who is going to develop your church? You get what I mean? Now, if you count the number of people, for example, who come from that locality and they said, let's build our church, see the force that will be. But because we've not yet gotten that identity that this is ours, and then we are the ones to develop it. That is the point I'm trying to develop. So that we harness the energies, the resources that are for a common purpose. But you'll find each of us would want to say now,
Thank you for your point. Let me invite Mr. Lighton to say something. Mr. Lighton, you're welcome online. Mr. Lighton, you are invited. Hello, Lighton. I see you online. Lighton, you online? Maybe network is not good. Lighton, you online? Lighton, your network is not okay. Yeah, Mr. Lighton is out. The network, I think, is not good. Okay. So, Mr. Peter, those are the main issues. And then another thing, what I've realized, even these political groups, when they are talking about developing their place, they only develop in central. They are forgotten that even people in rural area, they are voting. You get
network, and it is okay. Let me, that is enough.
Jigali. Jigali.
hello.
Hello.
Hello, Madam Naroga, you online? Maybe network. Okay, let me back some comments here. I've seen Madam Kate. Down with another message here. I've seen main message for her. Create job through building military. Hello?
Hello. Possible.
Hello, Madam Esther. You're right.
Yes, please.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening, too. How are you?
Where are you calling from? Now you're fine.
I'm calling from Gentil Jobs.
You're online. You're online. Say something as we are talking about. What we are talking about. Yes, please. You're online. Say something. You're already on chat room. Hello. Hello, Madam Esther. Hello. Are you listening me? Hello. Maybe she doesn't listen to me. All right, I was still reading on some comments. Kate said that it's create jobs for. You're still online. Let me comment about Case Ethu. She said that let's create job through build military. Indeed, as you talk about creating job through building military, it's also another point. I think Africans will also lack that point. That we need to build our military security because these people, they are sleeping bad. Some they are working in bad situation. Some they are working in good place. You get my point. But simply because of the situation maybe they are working through, that's why you find many challenges that we have in Africans. You find someone has a gun, and maybe you have annoyed him or her, he will shoot you. Simply, he feels that maybe he didn't hit something, his payment is not good, maybe he's sleeping well, and then you end up killed. You get my point? So, as you are talking about creating job through build military, I think creating job through building military is also another way of helping people to understand that even having jobs in Africa, you can even have job through working in militaries. But through military, I think I need to understand well your point. If you are near, you can click on invite, click on chat, then I'll be invite you, and then you'll be clarified well because I try to get your point well, but I cannot understand well. If you are telling me to create jobs through build military, I can get in another way. But simply online, you can simplify it so that everyone can understand your point. Now let's back on the point. Our point is to build African unity. As we think about building African unity, the main issues, the main way, as we have been discussing today, is to understand that we, you are, we, you are, we, another person, you, another person, we should understand that we are human beings. Because there are some actions that happens in Africa, and then you'll be asking yourself, are we human beings? You take our life as the first priority in everything. The moment we realize that life is expensive, I think that will be the time we will unite, because we take life as if it is not important. Hmm? Somebody has taken maybe your wife. It has happened. And then you choose to kill him. Ladies, for them, what they can choose is to cook hot water. But simply, you don't think that after pouring that hot water on her or him, what is the next step for you? You'll be jailed. I'm not saying that it's good to take somebody's wife, but get my point well. We should have a rule of the law. If Africa we have a rule of the law, that is how we can unite Africa. If we remove this mentality of saying that because I have my family relative is working with me somewhere, even if he does something, the law will not work on him. No. The moment we shall build the rule of the law, that is how African we shall unite. Even though you are my brother, and the constitution or the law says that if you steal, you'll be killed. Let me remove this mentality of saying that because you're my brother, because you're my sister, even if you steal, I will not kill you. That is the main problem in Africa. That's why we don't unite. Yes, Judith, you're welcome.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, Madam Judith, you're welcome. I get you well.
Yes, we don't have to fight. That's my point. We don't have a big military. God gave the black man a fierce countenance.
Mm,
We can smile while we just dress in uniform, and that keeps people back. You know, this whole world, the reason
mm,
they colonized us was because of military. We are not fighting people. We don't like fighting, but we must
mm,
uh, uh,
mm,
show a strong face. So, and then you would give jobs too. And it's just like on post. Nobody will have to
mm,
fight because it'll be too many. If you had a unified Africa with the same uniform
mm,
on, it would be too many of you guys. No one would
mm,
fight you. You understand? And then we can build Africa. We can keep people out. People are coming in stealing right now as we speak. They're draining Africa, and we can't do anything about it. But our men don't have jobs. They want to feed their families. You don't have to pay them a lot. Get with the government and just pay them 1,000 whatever to feed their families, and they will be happy and put on a uniform and stand on post. That's it. That's what I mean.
Oh, thank you so much. That is also another good point. But before we do, but before also do such thing, I think we have to first understand our resources. That's why we are talking about unity. You see, Ethiopia is somehow good in terms of money, and Kenya. Now, if there is another place like Sudan, maybe they are not well off. As we African, how can we also work together with other nations, with other neighborhood, those who don't have something, and then uh, build them so that even if they are hungry, they are supposed to have such things. You see, for example, Judith, as you're online, have you seen this COVID-19? It has started to show us that even people, they can unite. But
Yes.
I wonder, at the end of this COVID-19, you may find people, they will start where they stopped from. For example, those who were stealing money from the government, they will start steal money. Those who are stealing money for medication, they will start. But they would at least get some lesson that if COVID-19 has come and has taught us something, then if the COVID-19 goes, let's build our schools, let's build our LSA sectors, let's pumps where it is needed. That is what I can contribute. So I get your point well if you talk like that.
Yes, because that would be a start. That would be a good start. They would have
Mm,
jobs. They would contribute to the
mm,
society, and like
mm,
Nigeria, Kenya, they already have militaries. Just everybody get a new uniform. That's all. And they are there. And the countries that don't have them, then that's what we do. We move in with the military and we help them. Like America moves all over the world with their military.
I think also I get your point well. I think also Africa they should understand maybe African military union. You get my
Yes.
point
Yes, then we have
because we
strong
have
black
African
men
union.
and represent Africa. That would be beautiful because you guys are strong
Mm,
and beautiful. And women like, okay, I'm gonna put
mm,
this in there. Women like a man with a uniform. I'm not telling us to go out and be
mm,
fighting and stuff like that. Just represent who we are. Show them that we can unify. If we can put on a uniform, we can unify. We can have a parade. We
mm,
don't have to fight. That's all. I don't mean to be violent. I'm not a violent person. I never fought. But I look out at the world and I see the problems that we have. And God is a God of war. I'm sorry. And one thing he hates is that a military man is not paid well. So we must take some notes from the Bible. That's all.
mm, mm. Point of as that some idea. We have African Union, but this African Union, it is just there when you have trouble. We should build African Union where you need even to act, even if there is no problem. Because right now, African Union is in Somalia. But if the war will stop, then everyone will be going in his place. That means the purpose of African Union, it is not there. I think the purpose of African Union is to start acting on the issues that supposed build their young generation. If it's to talk
Yes.
about jobs, as African Union, what are they done? What are they done to create jobs for young? Can I say something?
Yes, they can send those
So
like when
those those
a
those
country
are
has a disaster
main
and they
issues that
send
we
somebody in
also
to help.
need to act on.
Then we
Mm,
can send people in to help those other countries. Like,
mm,
when countries have
mm,
disasters, another country sends their military in to help rebuild it. If we had that
mm,
structure, we could send them in to help. Like,
mm,
there's some disaster
mm,
that happens in Africa and they can't help themselves. We can send people in to help, and we don't have to send nobody else in.
mm,
We could go in. I don't know if you
mm,
understand me. Maybe that's just my point of view.
mm, mm. Because what I, I get your point. Because what I've realized that Africa, we have enough resource. We have enough resource to
and
sustain
people.
Africa. That is one point.
Yeah.
Because and people.
The main resource is
Because
people,
what
and
we
we
are
have
looking
that.
for abroad, we are looking for money, and we have them. Mm.
The main resource is people because they can't even go in there and get
Okay,
that
now back to my
mineral
point.
without
Mm.
a strong man going in there to get it. The quality of the man is
Mm.
has been undermined. They can't go in there. It's like taking off those ruby slippers. They can't take them off unless you guys go in there and take them off. They send people in to have you guys pay you guys to take out the diamonds and golds and stuff. But that's your power, manpower, manpower. We have it, manpower.
Actually, if you are talking about manpower, Africa, we are the first people has manpower in the whole world.
Yes, yes. We have to rethink
Yes.
this
So
thing.
I think also, hmm,
It's not too
that's
many of
also
us,
another
it's
good
just
point.
enough.
Yeah. Well, it's good also to discuss with some people like you, so that we can get some ideas. And then, if hmm, anyone on a live streaming, you are still invited to contribute with us as we are talking about African unity. So I've got some point on you that Africans we have manpower. That is also a good point. Indeed, Africans we have manpower 100%. Because when I give you example, 2000, 2004, 2010, 2008, there was a war in Afghanistan. African they went a lot. When you check war in certain places, when you check on security guard is abroad, it is we Africans who are there. So it is time to realize in this COVID-19 that we have power to work on ourselves. Because right now, if you are looking for people to work, if you are looking people to assist you, for example, there is a ongoing green card. You find that millions of Africans they are in United States, UK, Asia, everywhere. But we have manpower. Another point, we have resource. Africans, we have goods, we have fuel. But you find we get our fuel and then we send upload. Eh? So I think we are lacking a lot of things and we have capability of working with them. But Africans, we are lacking unity. So if you're watching me here on live stream on YouTube channel, I want to encourage you as Africans, let's also start practicing this unity in ourselves. Let's understand wherever you go, when you meet your own brother, I mean Africans, understand that that is your own brother. When you meet someone there, so anywhere you go, let's stop racism, let's stop discrimination because it's not good for us. For example, there was a problem in South Africa a few months ago, a lot of killing, South Africa killing Nigerian and even foreigners, saying that they are taking their jobs, what. But as you see, South Africa is rich. If there is African Union, they can solve that issue even within 5 minutes, and then we don't lose life because life is expensive. And the problem for we don't give respect our life. We don't take life that is expensive. That's why you find they call us silent warriors. Why? Because we don't words that I cannot even speak when I'm online. Reason being, we don't love each other. One day I was watching some video, guys from China when they are mistreating African guys, but I didn't blame those guys. Me, I was blaming my own people. Because reason being, even ourselves, we have not practiced the unity in our life. Example right now, social media, Bobby Wine, Wadnet. I saw him posting on stress, so going other different places commenting about him. Because what he is trying to do is helping us. Because the moment he's going to rescue one Africa from China, not to be killed, it will be a great work to us. He's not only going to pick Ugandan, he's not only going to pick Kenya, he's going to pick any even if someone is opposition and you are in the government where it is necessary to support him, please support him. I just give you an example now. When you see in Uganda, when President Museveni came out and then announced that, hey, according to the COVID-19, we are lacking food, we are lacking resources to assist others, we are lacking resources on hospital. I'm telling you, I think last time I was reading on news plazas in China because they are mistreated. They take them as not a human being. They are not allowed to enter in shops. Get my point? They are not allowed to enter in supermarkets. So those are the issues. When we unite, we work together, fight everything that can come to attack Africa. When the problem happens somewhere, just understand it has already happened to you. I'm still online. Maybe some comments here. Really, some comments here. That those are few issues that we need to build. Those are the few issues well noted, and then we enjoy our own nation and we enjoy our own Africa because it's very important. It's very important, and as we keep working on, as we keep doing anything, there is nothing we cannot overcome. I'm sure of that. The only point for us is to stand and work together. There is nothing we cannot overcome. Now let me take you in Central Africa. Central Africa, they have God, but when you check they are among of the poor people, but they have God. Do you know what it means to have a God? They have God, but they get that gold and then they send abroad to sell. So those are the issues that we should work on as Africans. If there is where we need to build an institution that will produce God something, then let's do it. Let's work unit. Let's say that if that machine is maybe the machine that works on recycling gold, it's for 10 billions, and then Uganda they cannot afford, Kenya they cannot afford, Burundi they cannot afford. As Africans, let's unite and buy that machine, and then the machine will be sent maybe in Ethiopia. Then people within Africa, when they correct their goal, they will send that gold to Ethiopia, and then they will produce the gold, and that man that will I think you can hold my point on. I will not go much to the political issues, but also I want to tap some issues because we are sharing about what have you learned in COVID-19. So those are issues that I've got right now. Inside of COVID-19, also now, political parties, you cannot even understand that there was even competition right now. Reason being now everyone is fighting for life. Everyone is fighting to rescue. Now even those who were trying to look for votes, they are no more. Maybe when they are there, they are few reason being because for them they may have access, but oppositions they cannot access anything because reason being COVID-19 is there. So let's also understand that even if you are in political party, just understand that if you're from Kenya, Kenya will remain there. Kenya will remain there. In case Kenyatta is also uh, is fighting for oppositions, I'm just give an example. And then we people who are supporting them, we start eating each other, we start planting tribalism, we start killing each other because of parties. Remind you, parties they will come and go, but our nations, Africans, because Africans we are lacking the rule of the law. You know why UK and they are somewhere they are up in terms of finance, they are on another level. Reason being, they are doing their things under the rule of the law. When I was talking at first, I was saying that even if your own constitution, let him be arrested. Because if you don't do such thing, then the second person who will come also, he will do the same thing. And then we spoil our, you get my point. So I was just giving you an example of Bobby Wine. But Bobby Wine, he came out when he was suggesting to pick fellow Africans from China. I was expecting some presidents, I think, from different countries, at least to have a comment about it, because what he was trying to do, they are struggling there. Yes, because for you, maybe you are in comfortable place, you don't know what those guys are going through. Not only in other places. When you check, like for example, uh, different Ivory Coast, like now, for example, we have our musician in Uganda. It's called Eddie. Is known as Kenya. You know him. Tanzania. You know him. He's one of the beat award winner in Africa. But Eddie Kenzo, he was stuck in Ivory Coast. He even sent a message to the government of Uganda, at least to get a private jet to bring him back, at least to go in quarantine. I know presidents for them, they may think that if those people they will come with COVID. No, put a measure of protecting them. If they come, they will be in quarantine for some days because I believe not everyone who's there is sick. This is what people should understand. Not everyone is abroad is sick. Some people are still okay. But because there is no access, there is no way out to move. But if someone has requested your government, if someone has sent a letter asking the security that please allow me to come, as you African, as you brother African, we are expecting you to take action, at least to take action, at least to take action. That, oh, simply because Bobby Wine, he is a opposition leader, and the government maybe they will not agree with him because he will get a credit. If the idea came from the government side, maybe that idea it was going to be okay. But simply because somebody who brought the idea is not in power, is just opposition. That's why that idea it was nothing. But on my own understanding, as I know what it means to stay in the place, it's not your place. You're not maybe working because some of our countries like AU, some places, some they close, some they didn't pay their money. Reason being that because of COVID-19. And now you cannot also blame them. Reason being, also they are earning daily, and that is where they get to pay you. So now, if someone has got some money, at least to say, let me get some money and come back home, as you Africans, as you a president, as you African Union, what have you done? All right, I'm wondering. I've been watching video, I've been watching, but I never see somebody commenting about rescue. They were only commenting saying, please don't mistreat our people. They were just commenting saying, you people from China, please don't be mistreating our people. I saw some minister from Ghana, I saw the minister from Nigeria, even our minister, he was commenting also. You get my point. So I didn't see actually step. The typical step was to arrange as African Union. We have ambassadors of Africans in China to arrange them, to prepare them, and then they come back home. All to agree with those guys in China to stop mistreating Africans. You get my point. So that's what I can share with you. And as I see, it's a main point as we move, as we continue working. Those are points that we need to take first in our life. That's how we can build our content. That's how we can build our place. That's how we can build our nation. I want to wish you the best, and I want to say thank you so much for watching. Always remain JB Messenger. I'm an artist. I have a brand new song. It's still on audio, but when you subscribe my Eureka, stop fighting. I stand to preach the gospel of unity. Reason being that because when you lose one person, losing is even taken care of from the side of the mom, they have another relative. So I will remain telling you that let's understand, let's know that life is expensive. And let's understand also there is nothing that is permanent in this life. Wherever you are, what you are doing, just understand you are be in that plane. There are also people who want to them. Teach them how to do it. This private jets, but he was feeling badly. Reason being, he had three sons, but most of them, no one was interested to work on airplanes. Then this man was asking himself, what have I gained in this? I've done everything. My sons, they have failed. They have refused to join this such work. How will I leave them? So my point is, we people trying to build our nation, those are the points that we need to work together. Those are points that we need to understand that when we are we are all one African in continent. Whatever we do, let's do it together, and then we build it. I appreciate so much. Then I want to appreciate Madam Judith from US. Keita, I don't know you are from where. Maybe you are from US. Thank you so much for watching. I want to appreciate uh, La, La, I want also to appreciate Madame Naroga. Thank you so much for watching. Many. Thank you so much for watching. And we shall then and we discuss about our nation. Now, my song is down. Just subscribe as we also wish you the best. And I pray that may God protect you. May God give you enough security for your life, because He is the one, He is the last to protect our life. Nobody can protect our life. We are just remaining in the hands of God. As we are going to end this discussion for today, I also pray that if anyone is sick, I pray that may God heal you, may God protect you, and also encourage those who has something, and if your neighbor is lacking something to eat, may you assist him or her, so that also we can move in one community when we are all okay. God bless you. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you the best, and I remind you to share my video as you can.